Welcome to another episode of moniquedorantv. And I know it's been long overdue, but who really wants to get serious right after the holidays? I didn't. Cheating felt good, real good. I see why people do it all the time. Yeah. But anyway, so I realized and I figured that it's not the easiest thing to just go from holidays, eat what you want, boom, let's just get structured. So I figured, I'd give everybody some time to get their minds right and even more prepared for this journey. So here we are as promised, delayed but not deterred. Okay, so in this episode, I'm going to tell you about all the little nuisances that I experienced eating, can I say junk? Right. All the nuisances I experienced eating junk. Because all the time we say junk food, but let me tell you something. Let's just change that. In 2020, we're going to understand and speak things as they are so we can change. Because it's only when you become aware of things that you can change them or make any necessary adjustments. There is food and there is junk. Junk is junk and food is food. Food gives you energy. Junk takes that ish away. I can tell you that. So, if you're new to the channel, let me just give you a recap. So, approximately 10 years ago, found out that I had difficulty with my mobility, could hardly walk, hardly move, hardly raise my arm, all of that. Diagnosed to not ever get better than the condition I was, maybe even have the prognosis of death in time because the lungs were getting weak and all the muscles were getting weak, and I was determined to live, so I changed my diet, changed my lifestyle, because diet is die with a T if you've been paying attention. And in changing my lifestyle, which includes your way of thinking, way of being, even breathing, here I am beyond all the odds. That's a quick recap. So another recap. So during the holiday season, or a little bit before the holiday season, I decided to do an experiment because I had gotten so much better because of the lifestyle changes that I mentioned, that a lot of people were saying to me, oh, food isn't a part of it, and your diet has nothing to do with it. So I decided to do an experiment where I loaded myself with a whole lot of ish. I want to say it so bad, but I won't. A whole lot of ish, a lot of bad junky stuff, and here I am now to report to you all the stuff to absolutely prove that what you eat does reflect on how you feel and how you look. So here's a brief list of the metamorphosis that my body went through. Now, prior to starting this, I had glowing skin. And I know that the light and the little, eyeliner and lipstick and stuff might take away from the reality that is my face at the current moment. But honey, let me get up a little close, because there ain't no makeup on this face. You see all this? You see all this ish, this stuff? All these blemishes? I don't know what that is. But it's there. Because eating all that stuff, you'll find I had pies, cakes, burgers all the time. Because we're not saying it's wrong, we're saying in abundance. I had a whole lot of sugar, which if you want to eat sugar, absolutely the quality, the kind, and the amount matters. I had everything under the sun. Juices, I reduced my water intake, and all the bad stuff. So here's a list that I can, right offhand tell you that happened to me. Usually, I don't get a cold or the flu or anything to do with the sniffles. I've had a cold for the entire time I've been doing this experiment, which is about 2 months, and it just won't let up. And because I understand mucus and how it works, I absolutely know. You hear that? I wanted you to hear it so you know it's there. No, I didn't just eat the cold, it just moved. Okay? But I wanted you to hear it. I don't usually get phlegmy. But here I am, I should say, filled with a cold, or should I say bronchitis, because I also know the differences in, kind of cold that's going on. When you hear it in your lungs and it's very wet and mucousy, it's usually your bronchial tubes that are inflamed, bronchitis. Little tip, if it ends in itis, it's inflammation. Okay, so I've had bronchitis for the past 2 months. Literally, maybe 2 weeks after starting to eat junk, I just developed this cold and it's eased up. It was much worse. And those tips are going to come with how because the whole purpose of this is to teach people, if you can't make all the necessary sacrifices right now, to show you at least how to be better while you're still traversing on that plane, I guess you could say. So yeah, those tips will come, but I use my knowledge and little tips and tricks, and those will come later. Today I'm just telling you what I went through and just a little, So I got that, and I got gout. So now I had to develop an easy way to get rid of gout. I had bad periods, so I had to develop a drink for a better period. These are all good, I suppose, because now I have more insight, more know-hows, more products coming that'll be easy for the everyday, day-to-day person that has that 9 to 5 and just can't find the time to always eat some rabbit food, as I've heard so many people call it. Okay, I had gout, bronchitis for like 2 months, a lot of diarrhea, constipation, cravings, crazy cravings, because I feel like it wants more of itself. And usually I'm not consumed by the thought of food, but all I could think about all the time was food. I left to go to work, I'm thinking about what I'm going to eat when I get home. I get home, I'm thinking what I'm going to eat tomorrow. I go to bed, and it was just a cycle that was repeated. Let's see what else happened. My armpits stink. Stink, stunk, stinky. I mean, it was horrible. Usually I don't have to wear deodorant. It was like Oscar the Grouch threw his trash can out under my armpits and just decided to live under there. Okay? The stuff was horrid. Let's see, my vagina. Because y'all know, listen, this is not the place to come to get cute. I'm going to give it to y'all real. That thing was releasing so much mucus. Slimy stuff, yeah, slippery. It didn't have any smell, but there was a discharge all the time. And like I said, what happens with the body is, if it goes into a state of being acidic and not alkaline, anyway, that's an insider. If you're into music, check out Alkaline, but that's a different thing. Anyway, so what happened is that the body, it's going to start to produce a lot of acid. Heat. It needs to break down most of the crap that you're eating. So what comes with that is it starts to produce, because if you hear the word acid, it's gonna burn, okay? And what's gonna happen is it doesn't want the body to consume itself, so it releases, you guessed it, mucus, to cool all that acid down that it's gonna take to break down the crap that we are eating, because the body doesn't understand the language. It's like a code. Imagine you're giving the computer a code that it doesn't understand. So you gotta be all control delete. Imagine mucus and acids kind of like all control delete. It's like an emergency restart. So you're eating all these donuts and all these pastries and ice cream and cow's milk that's supposed to turn a baby cow into a 400-pound cow. But if that's your thing, just minimize. That's all we're asking, right? So all that stuff, the body doesn't understand this language. And so it goes, oh my God, Monique is eating something that's foreign. I don't get it. Spray stuff to burn it out. Get rid of it. And then it goes, oh crap. By getting rid of it, I'm gonna kill her. Spray stuff to cool the fire. And that's how you get a whole lot of mucus, because the mucus comes to cool the body down, so you don't go into total inflammation. Now the problem with that is mucus is sticky, and if you think about that, stuff sticks to sticky stuff, right? So if you think about it, right? A lot of bad stuff. You also have stinky farts. So if you think about it, the cancers, all these diseases, they need something to bind to. And for a lot of people that reached out and said, oh, Dr. Sabian, absolutely what he said about mucus, right? It all goes back to mucus. A good balanced portion amount of mucus, a healthier body. Because you can't not have mucus either. You have to have some of that stuff. But too much of it and everything comes barging in, sticks to it, system is down, okay? What else happened to me? Bad acne. Oh. So I forced myself back into the habit of eating late. And let me tell you something. Patrick Dell's master herbalist once taught me, if you want to have an early demise, eat late. And so for years, while I was healing and all of that, I didn't eat. Gotta move the chair off the wall. Okay. Okay. So, one of the things I adopted and took very serious was not eating late. Because I noticed, or should I say, let me ask you, what do you notice usually happens when you eat late? You usually, and this video is gonna run a little bit long because I'm recapping and telling you guys, all the crazy stuff that happened. So when you eat late, you notice what? You wake up hungry because your body is supposed to rest at night. And in rest, healing occurs through these beautiful things called lymph nodes that are all over your body. Now what happens is when you eat late, your beautiful body that's supposed to be resting and using your lymph nodes to clear out all the toxins and stuff that it picked up during the day, it can't do that. It has to be breaking down the food that our indisciplined butts ate because we were Netflix and chipsing, right? Okay. So because we were Netflix and eating late, usually, we go to bed with all that food right here in our stomach. Remember we talked about that acid mucus stuff just now? So you're laying down and all this food that's not supposed to be there because you're supposed to what? Eat 3 hours between eating and going to bed at least. 6 hours is optimal, 4, 5, but 3 at the least. That's the cutoff. So if you're eating at 10, at 7, don't eat at 10. If you're eating at 7, make sure you're going to bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock. Give yourself some time to digest the food. Okay, so when you go and you lay down, all this food is on your stomach. Now what you're gonna find is it's just there and the body has to break it down. And instead of resting, you just spent all those hours sleeping, breaking down food. So the body's tired because it didn't get to rest. And that's why you feel so tired when you wake up, because you are tired because you did not rest, you slept. And there's a distinctive difference. Okay, so I picked up back the habit of eating late as a part of the experiment. And let me tell you something. I got used to people telling me that I look like I'm 12 before doing this experiment. Not one person even said you're cute. Not one. That hurt me because I'm a little conceited. I'm a Virgo. Okay? Okay? It hurt. No, but on a serious note, my lymph nodes, I don't want to give you the technical name because we're not doing that over here. The ones under my neck. These 2 little balls here, see them? And I'm going to show you them because I want you to see the transformation because they're going to go all the way down in the weeks to come when we do this transformation. These 2 little things here, they were hanging much lower. They were like, can I say balls under my neck? I'm asking my advisor because yeah, she's dope. So, they were like balls under my neck. I was walking around like I had a ball face. Like, it was just, the only thing it needed was to swing. They just weren't swinging, but they were hanging and they were packing. It was huge. Looked like a goiter. Anyway, right? So, got the large lymph node. Then, that ages you. A lot of the time people are like, oh my God, why do I look so old? And it's those are the features. That double neck, that spider neck, all of that, it can totally be avoided. Stop eating late. And that's what I did. And that's what I got. I got the balls neck. What else happened? I gained a lot of weight. My hair, it became like itchy, a little dandruffy. My breathing. There were so many things that I experienced just changing my diet. My farts stink. I remember I used to be able to go into a bathroom, take a good poop, and nobody would know, okay? Because you know, sometimes the sweetest ones you let out are in public. And nobody knew, okay? I would walk out, I'd be on the floor like, I just farted, and nobody would know. I was in the shower one day, and I farted, and I almost dialed 911. It was horrible. I almost fainted. I had to grab the shower curtain. I thought I was gonna die of lack of oxygen. It stank. It was bad. Horrible stuff. Okay? I mean, I was scared of myself. I thought Marvel should have called me or something because I felt like a Superman. Like my name should have been like Super Farts or something. It was so horrible. What else happened? You know, just the general stuff. I started feeling inflammation all over my body. I could feel it. And I guess that's what people, you know, fibromyalgia, that's what you're feeling. Inflammation all over your body. That's really what fibromyalgia is. And the myasthenia, that was bothering me for so long. Guess what? It almost felt like it was coming back. And I had to take those pills. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So it taught me, all of this that I'm going to sum up now is to say, even after you've done everything, like if you even jump on this journey, I'm going to tell you this right now. If you don't make it a lifestyle change, I've been doing this for what, 4 years, 5 years? Approximately 5 years. And I'm going to tell you this. Within 2 months, everything was like reversed. Or going back to, because I didn't get back to the point where, you know, I had to go to the hospital and stuff. But I'm telling you, I could feel, and I can still feel in my body, like if I don't make a change, it's absolutely going to end up there. So don't kid yourself into thinking, oh, you know, I'm going to do this for like these 3 months, I'm going to lose this weight. You know, it's going to come back, and it's probably going to come back worse. Your body isn't something to play with, especially for those of us in the over 30 percentile. We ain't got time to play like that. Let's just put it that way. Our bodies are in its going out phase, so to speak. We're not coming up, we're going out. Okay, we got, well, I know I probably got another 100 years because I'm marvelous. It's like, no. But for real though, our years are now on its decline, I want to say. We're not looking up to our parents anymore and going, oh, they're 32. When am I ever going to get there? I'm 34. We're there. You get what I'm saying? So you want to start understanding that you build callus. You build, each time you do it, it's like you rip the thing and it has to heal all over again. And that's not good for any of your organs. So when you make this change, this decision, I'm begging you, for your own health's sake, stick to it. Now the last bit of, so that was everything that happened to me. And this is the last bit of information I want to share with you in this video before I upload the next. And this is the first tip, I guess, because everybody's been like, where are the tips? Here's the first tip. Break up with the idea and the notion that you've held about food since the day you were born. And I hope you're getting what I'm saying. I'm going to need you, the first tip we're going to encounter in this journey. Change the mindset that you have. The miseducated mindset that most of us have about food. Now, what do I mean by that? There is no time to eat unless you're hungry or you need to eat. And by that, I'm gonna go even deeper and tell you what I mean. We have this misconception that 7 o'clock is breakfast time, 12 o'clock is lunchtime, excuse me, and 5 o'clock about there is dinner time, and 7 is supper. That couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. Remember when I talked about the car being like the body? You don't just go pumping gas in your car all the time. You don't drive 5 blocks down the street and go, oh, I just used $1 worth of gas. I'm gonna put back $1 worth of gas in there. Relate that now to your body. You can't just be putting food in and go, ooh, it's 12 o'clock, time to put some more in there. No. How many times have you or someone you've overheard say, you know, I ain't even that hungry, but it's 5 o'clock, I better eat something. Break up with the notion that there's a time that's stapled to eating. So 5 o'clock isn't dinner time. right? And as a matter of fact, we're eating too much. The body is constantly working. Like I said, driving your car, Florida to Philly, Florida to Philly. The body shouldn't just be breaking down food, breaking down food, breaking down food. It's being overworked and the system never gets to rest. So the first tip that I'm going to give you is to change your mindset towards food. Food is supposed to be fuel. It's supposed to give you energy. If after you've eaten, you feel worse or slouchy or niggeritis, as we call it, that's not a good thing. And it's something that our parents and foreparents have laughed about, joked about, and thought it was funny until we buried them. And then we cried because they ain't care, they're dead. Okay? So we have to change those old mindsets that prematurely killed our parents and grandparents. It's not cool to have the itis. It's really dangerous. So that's your homework for this week. Get it in your mind, this new concept that, oh, you mean there really isn't a time that I'm supposed to eat. And also incorporate in your mind that water is a meal. So some of the times when you're feeling hungry, the shit that comes with, I said it, the stuff that comes with eating junk, but it'll be gone, don't worry. Right? So change your mindset towards times to eat, right? What we consider food. And I'm going to delve into all of this. I don't want the video to be too long. This was just a, welcome to the Happy New Year, by the way. This was just a intro to the new year and to let you know I'm here. I ain't leave y'all hanging. We about to get lit, okay? But I just wanted to implant this in your head and just get you ready for the next video. There is no time, such a time. There's not such a time as a time to eat. Okay, food is supposed to be fuel. It's supposed to give you energy. And if it's not giving you energy, I'm gonna need you to take stock, restock, and look and say, okay, some changes need to be made. So, that's it for now, right? That's my tip for this week. Understanding food, right? Understanding that it isn't a priority. We don't need to be eating 3 meals a day, 7 days a week. And as I said, we're going to break that down later in the next video. But I just want you to get comfortable, or at least let it float in your mind a little bit that, yeah, some changes are going to be made, to food, the way we treat it, the way we respond to it, and the way we put it inside our bodies and how much of it we put in our bodies. So I hope you are ready. I hope you are well, still here with us. And, keep just sharing the word. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend, and keep telling a friend. Subscribe. Please hit the bell, okay? Ding, 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 ding. And if you can share it. And just keep liking the video. Rewatch it and watch it. And, it's okay, I'm talking to my advisor. And comment! That's right. Comment. Go under the video. If I'm talking too much, say shut the hell up and give us the points. And if I'm doing good, say keep on going on and doing good. If you like my makeup, tell me that too. I don't give a crap. I'm a Virgo. I live off these things. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're here for the long haul. And here's to a marvelous you beyond the beach season. I love y'all. Take care until I talk to you again.